All right, go. So at the front.
La Yashala.
All right, swirls. Majim, which means stand, will upon the outward dome and turn to face the east.
I'm reading Hebrew.
Yep.
This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shabka, Yahweh, Malakuka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathalanau, Lakam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalaknau, Kabawaf now, Kasalak now, Kabawaf now, Wala'a, Tabiya now, Banasaya 1, Abal, Hawashah now, Mayan, Rat, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahatapara, La'awalamya, Aman.
In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth, as it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
And forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation.
And lead us not into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
Thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever.
So be it.
So be it. This is the Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Baba Koshah. Nathalanau. Hakak. Larapa'ah. Call Makala. Wakal Marawa. Hakak. Latahar. Hamatazarayim. Hakak. Lahakwian. Hamathian. Hakak. Abakal Wa. Hatama Allah. Lagar Shan. Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Tawadah. In English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
All manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. This is the prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Barak Lanawa. Waya Sha'ala. Waya Saparia. Barak Ba'ashem Yahushua. Tawadah.
In English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Bless us and Yasha'ala.
Bless us and Yasha'ala.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Hasha'ah. Ayanya. Al-Hahariya. Ma'ayan. Yaba'ah. Azaria. Ma'ayin. Yahweh. Aisha. Shamayam. Wa'aratazah. Al-Yathan. Lamawat. Regalka. Al-Yanawam. Shamarka. Slakin. Hanan La'ah.
Yeah.
Slakin. Waha Rataza,
Warakazah,
Ayathan,
Ayathan,
Lamawat,
Lamawat,
Bagalka,
Bagalka,
Alyanawam,
Alyanawam,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Hana,
Hana,
La'a,
La'a,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yayashan,
Yayashan,
Shawamar,
Shamar,
Yasha'ala,
Yasha'al,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazalka,
Zalka,
Al Yad,
Ayah,
Yamyaka,
Yamika,
Yawamam,
Yamam,
Hashamash,
Hashmash,
Laha,
La'a,
Yakaka,
Kaka,
Wayarak,
Wairak,
Malayala,
Malayla,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamarka,
Yashamarka,
Makal Rad,
Karai,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Athapashka,
Asnapas,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Taza'atka,
Taza'at,
Babawa'atka,
Babu'at,
Ma'ita,
Ma'ita,
Wa'ad, Awalam.
Awulam. In English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
For whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Yasha'ala
he that keepeth Yasha'ala
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming
From
in.
this time forth.
From this time forth
And even forevermore.
and even forevermore. All right, this is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Allahayim.
Allahayim.
Adam Yalaka.
Adam Yaka.
Al Takarash.
Al-Takarash.
Wa Al Tashakwat.
Al-Tashquat.
All.
All.
Kayahana.
Kayahna.
Wabyaka.
Wabika.
Yaha Shlaki. Yahama Yawan.
Yahami Yawan.
What Shlaki? What Mashayaka?
Umashanayika.
What's Shlaki? Sha'awa Ra'ash.
Al-Warash.
Amaka.
Al-Amika.
Ya'amro Yamwa.
Al-Yam.
Sawadah.
Al-Dah.
Waya Shlaki. Waya Shlaki. Waya Aizawa.
Wayata ya Aitazawa.
Altas Pawanyaka.
Al-Tazabawanika.
Amarwa.
Amawa.
Lakawa.
Lakwa.
Wana Kakidam.
Murakakidam.
Magoya.
Magawi.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yasakar.
Yasakar.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Samyasha'al.
Aiwa.
Awa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa Aitazawa.
Aitazawa.
Laba Shlaki. Laba Yakadwa.
Labai Tadwa.
Al Yakab.
Alika.
Barya.
Barya.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarat.
Alahaya.
Ahali.
Shlaki. Ahoya. Adawam.
Arwam.
Wa Yashamai Aliyam.
Wama Yashmai Aliyam.
Mawa Abba.
Mawaba.
Wahagarian.
Wagar.
Gabal.
Gal.
Wa Imawan.
Wamwan.
Wa Imalak.
Black.
Halashat.
Shak.
Anyashabia.
Shak.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Damashawar.
Damashu.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Hayawa.
Aywa.
Zarawat.
Zawat.
Labanya Lawat.
Banjalawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Laham.
Laham.
Kamadian.
Madi.
Kasiya Sara'a.
Kasiya Sarah.
Kayabian.
Kayabi.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Koyashwan.
Koyashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashmad.
Ba'ayan Da'ira.
Bayan Da'ar.
Hayawa.
Aywa.
Daman.
Daman.
La Adama.
Adam.
Shayatamwa.
Shatam.
Nadab Shlaki. Nada Yamawa.
Nadayamuwa.
Kaira.
Kaira.
Wakazaba.
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 Wakatizamanai.
Wakazamna.
Paul Nasia Kamwa.
Galanasa Kam.
Ashar.
Sa.
Amarwa.
Mar.
Naya Rashad.
Ayusha.
Lanawa.
Lanwa.
Na'awa.
Nawa.
Alahayam.
Alahai.
Alahaya.
Ahaya.
Shayatamwa.
Satam.
Kadogala.
Gagala.
Kakwash.
Kwash.
Lapanya.
Pani.
Rawaka.
Ka.
Kaash. Tabaira.
Ira.
Yaira. Wakalahaba.
Wakalahab.
Thalahat.
Talaha.
Haryam.
Aryam.
Kantaradama.
Kantawadak.
Masairaka.
Basaira.
Wabasa Slaki. Wabasa Wapatka.
Wabasa.
Thabalaham.
Tabalaham.
Mala'a.
Mala'a.
Panyaham.
Yaham.
Kualawan.
Kwalawan.
Waya Bakwashwa. Shaka. Yahweh. Yabashwa. Waya Bahawa. IDI. Waya Kaparwa. Waya Abadwa. Waya Daiwa. Kaya. Atha. Shaka. Yahweh. Labadka. Al Yawan. Al Kal Haratiza.
In English, keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O God.
And be not still, O God.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden one.
And consulted against thy hidden one.
They have said,
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
And let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Yahshua,
that the name of Yahshua
may be no more in remembrance.
May be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
The Hagarene.
And the Hagarene.
Gebal.
And
Ammon.
And
Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur also is joined with them.
Assur is also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
Do unto them as to the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kishon.
At the brook of Kishon.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a red.
Make their nobles like a red.
Like Z.
And like Z.
Yeah. All the princes at Sabah.
All their princes at Sabah.
And as Zalmun.
And as Zalmunna.
Who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession.
Let us take to ourselves the house of God in possession.
All my power.
All my power.
Make them like the wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
And so persecute them with thy tempest.
Make them afraid with thy storm.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill the faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
Oh Yahweh.
Oh Yahweh.
Let them be confounded in trouble forever.
Let them be confounded in trouble forever.
Yea. Let them be put to shame and perish.
Let them be put to shame and perish.
That men may know that thou.
That men may know that thou.
Whose name alone is Yahweh.
Whose name alone is Yahweh.
Of the Most High.
Of the Most High.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth. All right, this is the prayer for the power structure of blessings. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Allahayim.
Wa Allahayim.
Matazib Yah.
Matazib Yah.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Ha Alawapia.
Alawapia.
Ha Saranya.
Saranya.
Ha Kwatazanya Yam.
Ha Kwatazanya.
Ha Khayali Yam.
Ha Khayali.
Wa Akwafian.
Wa Akwafian.
Yahaba Shem Yahshai.
Yahaba Shem Yahshai.
The water Aman.
The water Aman in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And
the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yahana.
Commanding General Yahana. The general.
The captain. The officers. The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
The name Yahweh Shai.
The name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you so big.
Thank you so big.
So out to the front. Yeah. It's like the other way. The other way. That's a part. Just set it off. All right, Yeshabim, be seated. All right, Shalom Israel, Yahweh Shem Yahshai, Barakatham to the brothers, Yahweh Shemar Latan, Ba'ashem Yahshai to the sisters. Whether Isupk, the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge, established in 1969, 1 West under 25th Street, Harlem, New York. We are led by Commanding General Yahana. We are not affiliated with any other organization. Israel, pay your tithes, man, and get ready for the Lord's 56th annual Passover, April 12th in Atlanta, Georgia. Get your travel arrangements, get your lodging arrangements, save a couple extra dollars for the vendors and to see the city. You know, we're going to be going out, kicking it, meeting and greeting with the people. You know what I'm saying? So get prepared for the event, for this occasion. December 14th, we have the ISUPK's 4th annual Operation Reservation Winter Provisions giveaway. So providing men, women, and children with winter needs for the upcoming season. We are in association with the Menominee Casino and Resort and the Forest County Potawatomi community. You know what I'm saying? So we got two very big presences along with the UPK helping to support this endeavor. So shout them out. And if you have any donations that you're able to provide, if you're in the Milwaukee area, you can meet up with us at the school, 4120 West Good Hope Road. You can give the number a call. It's you can see at the bottom of the screen there, 293-414-293-2335. Find out how you can help. If you have any monetary donations that you'd like to give, if you're too far to drop any clothes off or anything like that, $ISUPK Milwaukee, you can get in touch with us that way. Otherwise, you can mail things into the same address, 4120 West Good Hope Road, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 53209. Slacking. Otherwise, if you're in the Green Bay area or the Shawano County area up north, we do got a spot up there as well. Just contact me, Officer Amangabar, at 414-366-7942. And we're going to get this started. ISUPK Milwaukee live with the Sabbath service. We're in Genesis chapter 38. Or it's like 36 and 39 through 38 and 8. So whenever you're ready, sir, let them know where you're at, and we'll kick it off.
All right, this is Genesis chapter 36, verse 39. Wayama Baal Kana Ban I Kabawar Waya Malak the Yawa Hadar Washam Aya Rawa Pa'ain Washam Ashathwa Maha Yatab All Bath Matarad Bath Maya Zahab. Verse 40. Wa'ala Shamawat Alawapya Aishawa Lamashat Katham Lamak Matham Basham Matham Alawap Manai Alawap I Lawa Alawap Yatha Yatha. Verse 41. Alawap Ahal Yabama Alawap Allah Alawap Payan Verse 42. Alawap Quanaz Alawap Thayaman, Alawap, Mabatazar, verse 43, Alawap, Magad Ya'al, Alawap, Ayaram, Allah, Alawapyam, no, it's like Alawapya, it's like Adawam, La Mashab Thumb, but sorry, Ba'arataza, it's like Akaz, it's like Akaz Thumb, Hawa, Aishawa, Abaya, Adawam, verse 37. Wayashab, it's like Ya'aikwab, Ba'arataza, it's like Maga Waraya, Abayawa, Ba'arataza, Kana'ain, verse 2, Allah, it's like Thalad Wa, Ya'aikwab, it's like Yawasab, Ban, Shabai, Aishara, Ana, Haya, Ra'ai, it's like Ra'aya, Af, Akayawaf, Pataza'an, it's like Wahawa, Na'ira. Is it like Na'ir or Na'ira? Like, I think it's Na'ir or Na'ira. I'm on like the what too.
I believe it'd be a Na'ir.
Huh?
Na'ir.
Na'ir. Okay, Na'ir. Af. Banaya. Balaha. Wa'af. Banaya. Zalapa. Zalapa. Nashaya. Abiyawa. It's like Abiyawa. Yaba. Yawasap. Af. The Batham. Ra'aya. Al. Abaraham. Verse 3.
That's like that would be it for those first 7.
Okay.
Read this back in English. Any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to engage in the chat. Shout out to Priest and also 5,000 by the bar out there in Louisiana. His amazing family, his sister Nazama.
That's right. All right, this is Genesis chapter 36, verse 39. All right. Genesis chapter 36, verse 39. And Baal Hanan, the son of Akbor, died, and Hadar reigned in his stead. And the name of his city was Paul, and his wife's name was Mehetabel, the daughter of Matred, the daughter of Mezahab. Verse 40. And these are the names of the dukes that came of Esau, according to their families, after their places, by their names: Duke Tanah, Duke Alva, Duke Japheth. Verse 41. Duke Aholibama, Duke Elah, Duke Penan. Verse 42. Duke Kenaz, Duke Taman, Duke Mibzar. Verse 43. Duke Magideel, Duke Iram. These be the dukes of Edom, according to their habitations, in the land of their possession. He is Esau, the father of the Edomites. Verse 37, verse 1. And Jacob dwelt in the land therein, and Jacob dwelt in the land wherein his father was a stranger, in the land of Canaan. Verse 2. These are the generations of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brethren, and the lad was with the sons of Bilhah, and with the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives. And Joseph brought unto his father their evil report.
So we just got them finishing the lineage of Esau in that land. At that time, they're dukes, which is just a rank, kind of like how we would say generals in the Hebrew Talawah. And now we're getting into the story of this is the precursor to when Joseph had naught with his brothers. They didn't take it too kindly because he was favored by his father, and they plotted against him. So about to get into that with Joseph. We can go back to the Hebrew slide.
Okay. Okay. This is Genesis chapter 37, verse 3. Waya Shara'al. What Yasharal? Slakia. Wa Yasha'ala. Ahab. Af. Yawasap. Mabal. No, Slakia. McCall. Baniyawa. Kaya. Ban. Zaquanya.
It's like I thought you already read this in the Hebrew.
Verse 3. I think I stopped at verse 3.
You see on verse 3 now, right?
Yeah, I'm on verse 3 now.
Okay.
Yeah, stop at 3. No, ain't good. Kaya. Ban. Zaquanya. Hawa. Lawa. Wa'aisha. Lawa. Kathan. Wait, sorry. Kathna. Pasayam. Verse 4. Waya Ra'awa. Kaya. Sorry. Kayawa. Kaya. Athawa. Ahab. Abba Hayam, McCall, Ahayawa, Waya, Shana Yawa, Saki, Yawa, Shana Yawa, Athawa, Walla, Saki, Walla, Yakalwa, Debarwa, Yashalam, verse 5. Waya, Saki, Waya, Kalam, Yawasap, Saki, Kalawam, Waya Gadar, Salaki, Waya God, Salaki, La'a, Khaya, Salaki, La'a, Khawa, Khayawa, Waya, Salaki, Waya Sapapwa, Salaki, Waya Sapya, Waya Sapwa, Aywad, Shana, Athwa, verse 6. Waya Amar, Aliyam, Shemaiwa, Na'a, Hakalwam, Hazah, Ashar, Kamathwa, Kamathia, Salaki, verse 7. Wana, Salaki, Anak, Nawa, Ma'al, Mayam, Alamyam, Bathawak, Hashadha, Wahana, Kwama, Amathia, Salaki. What's my place? Salakia. That was verse 5, right?
You were on 7.
I was on 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
5,
yeah. Hazah, Ashar, Mathia, verse 7. Wahana.
It's like 6.
No, I was on 7. You're right. Ana Kanawa, Ma'al Mayam, All Mayam, Bathwak, Hashadha, Wahana, Kwama, All Mathia, Wagam, Na Tazabha, Wahana, Tasab Yana. All Amath Yakam with Sush Shathak Wayan La'a Lamathya. Verse 8. Waya, it's like Waya Amarwa Lawa. It's like Yawa. Hamalak. Samalak. Al Yanawa. Mashawal. Thamashal. Manawa. Waya was Sakwa. Aywad. Shana. Athawa. I. Kalam Thayawa. Wa'al. Dabar Yawa. Verse 9. Waya. Sorry. Waya Kalam. Waya Kalam. Aywad. Kalawam. Akhar. Waya Sapar. Athawa. La'a Kayawa. Waya Amar. Hana. Kalam Thaya. Kalawam. Aywad. Wahana. Hashamash. Waha. Yarak. Wa'akad. Aishar. Kawa Kabayam. Mashath Kayam. Laya. Verse 10.
Like that's it for 07. Go.
This is Genesis chapter 37, verse 3. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children, because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a coat of many colors.
I know a lot of parents out there is going to get triggered by that word, that this son was the father's favorite.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with that. Every parent's got a favorite kid. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a completely natural thing. You got one kid that either takes to you more than the other kids.
Yeah.
You got a better bond with than the other kids. You understand more than the other kids. Maybe he just looks like you more. Well, whatever the case may be, as a parent, you got the right to have a preference if that's just how it is. Everybody's gonna say, no, I love all my kids equally. That's bullshit. Let's just be honest. Yeah, you ain't got to sugarcoat it for them. Even though you never want to say that to your kid, like you're not going to say that to your kid, but it's a perfectly natural occurrence. So don't get so hung up on that.
Yeah.
And because nobody argues that the Most High had a chosen people that was counted as his firstborn. everybody acknowledges it. They just don't like it. This is not about what you like, what your preference is. This is just giving a report on things that took place. So stop taking it so personal. Don't need to get that worked up about it. We're gonna get through this together. Slack, keep reading.
Verse 4. And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more than all his brethren, they hated him and could not speak peaceably unto him. Verse 5. And Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told it to his brethren, and they hated him yet the more. Verse 6.
And this is just how a lot of y'all act about it. You get the news, you'll see the preferential treatment between the father or the mother even and the kid that they got, that they have, that they consider more than the rest of them. So now you take that personal, you take that to the heart, and then you treat that individual worse, which is against the spirit of brotherhood. You know, Joseph didn't get chosen, or he didn't choose to be loved more than the other brothers. That's just his father's preference.
Yeah, like if I could, like you said before, it's totally normal, you know, for a parent to have a favorite child. Man, like even the Most High God has a favorite, right, a favorite nation. He has a favorite flower. He has a favorite food. He has a favorite everything. You understand? Even us as human beings, we have a favorite, favorite color, favorite food, favorite this, favorite that. It's only normal to have a favorite child. You understand? You have a child that does the exact opposite that you do.
Right.
But you also have a child that does everything that you say and that you ask for them to do. Don't you? When you have more love for that child than the child that's disobedient to you, you understand? There's no such thing as loving unconditionally, loving something equally. There's no such thing. You understand?
And because Jacob or Israel Slakia had given him a token of his preference too. You know, the brothers hated him for that once they saw that he had more favor in their father's eyes.
Yeah.
If anything, that should have motivated them to push harder, to work harder. If they wanted like more of their father's affection.
Yeah.
Something like that. So it's nothing that Joseph did except for just be more in tune with his dad. That's all it is. And he's not wrong also for giving him a token of that too. Like you might, if you have a will or something like that, and you're dividing up all your goods between your kids, you can't give all of them your motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna give that to the one that you want to have.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfectly natural event. It doesn't mean that one of them was going to get less food, less protected. Like the things that actually like for real matter as far as taking care of your family and things like that. He rocked with Joseph over the rest of the kids. It's that easy. It's that simple. Y'all do it too. Don't be hypocrites.
All right, verse 6. And he said unto them, hear, I pray you, this dream which I have dreamed. Verse 7. For behold, we were binding sheaves in the field, and lo, my sheaf arose and also stood upright. And behold, your sheaf stood around about and made obstinance to my sheaf.
And it made obeisance to his sheaf. So I mean, the dream, the vision, the dream that he was having here is about how would I say, lording over his brothers in a capacity.
Yeah.
And that's something else that people don't like to hear. They didn't want to see that Israel had a more of a preference for Joseph than them. They don't want to hear that Joseph is gonna end up having authority over them, lording over them, and they take it personal. It's in the spirit of brotherhood, they should have been more supportive. but again, nobody wants to, they're hearing a dream from Joseph. They can't believe. They don't want to believe. They already got the feelings hurt once here by his interaction with their father. So now they're getting this other news that, well, Joseph is now going to end up, being above them. So it's just going to get more heated.
I'm going to Hebrew.
Yeah. No, we got 8 yet.
Verse 8.
Yeah.
Verse 8. And his brother said to him, shalt thou indeed reign over us? Or shalt thou indeed have dominion over us? And they hated him yet the more for his dreams and for his words.
So again, it's tensions are growing more friction, more hatred, more envy, more jealousy on the brother's behalf.
Right.
Instead of support, instead of backing them up, and even just biding their time, waiting to see if this is even going to come true. They hear the words and are already, vexed by it, without anything even happening yet. And then we end up seeing their behavior and how this all plays out too. So Joseph wasn't wrong for it. It's like you good.
Go back to Hebrew.
Okay.
All right. This is Genesis chapter 37, verse 9 in the Hebrew.
15.
All right. 9 through 15.
Okay.
Waya Kalam. Awad. Kalawam. Akar. Waya Sapar. Waya Sapar. Athwa. La'a Khayawa. Waya Amar. Hana. Kalam Thaya. Kalawam. Aywad. Wahana. Hashamash. Waha Yarak. Wa'akad. Aishar. Kabayam. Mashath. Kawayam. Laya. Verse 10. Waya Sapar. Al. Athabiya. Wa'al. Akayawa. Waya Ga'ir. Waya Ga'ir. Waya Ga'ir. Bawa. Abawaya. Waya Amar. Lawa. Ma'a. Hakalwan. Hazah. Ashar. Ka Lamath. Habawa. Nabawa. Anaya. Wa'amak. Wa'a Kayak. La'a Kawath. Lak. Ratazah. Verse 11. Waya Kwanawa. Bawa. Akayawa. Wa'ab Yawa. Shamar. Hadabar. Verse 12. Waya Lakawa. Athayawa. No, sorry. Akayawa. La Ra'aiwa. La Ra'aiwa. Tazan. Abaraham. Yeah, Abaraham. Bashakam. Verse 13. Waya Amar. Yasha'Allah. Yawasab. Halawa. Akayak. Wa'ayam. Bashakam. Laka. Shalak. Alayam. Waya Amar. Lawa. Ha Naya. Verse 14. Waya Amar. Lawa. Lak. Na'a. Ra'a. Af. Shalawa. No, Shalayam. No. Shalawam. Akayak. Wa'a. Shalawam. Ha Tazan. Wa Hashab Naya. Dabar. Waya Shalakawa. Ma'ai Mak. Kabar. Kabar1. Wayaba. Shakama. Verse 15. Matazawa. Ayash. Wana. Tha'aya. Tha'aha. Tha'aya. Washada. Wayash. Wayash. Al-wa. Hayash. La'amar. Mabakwash. Verse 16. Sometimes 15, right? Okay. Yep. This is Genesis chapter 37, verse 9. And he dreamed yet another dream, and told it to his brethren, and said, Behold, I have dreamed a dream more. And behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obstinance to me. Verse 10. And he told it to his father and to his brethren. And his father rebuked him and said unto him, What is this dream that thou hast dreamed? Shall I and thy mother, thy brethren, indeed come to bow down ourselves to thee to the earth?
So now again, news that nobody likes to hear if they think that they've got, more authority or they're supposed to be higher up than the individual that's telling them that it's about to change over. Not knowing that this is kind of foreshadowing of the famine that was about to hit them after Joseph ends up getting sold into slavery. So again, this is just the story, the preamble leading up to these events, but we're kind of seeing how, you know, Joseph had a gift and not being appreciated. I mean, it's not being understood here. How would I say, it's, I don't want to say it's given without context, but Joseph is sharing these dreams with his people, and it's getting him in trouble with them.
If I could,
Okay.
you know, Joseph was dreaming these dreams. These are future prophecies that Joseph would reign over his brethren, would basically almost like be the head of his family. Almost, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is like future. These dreams are just showing a future that, you know, his brothers didn't like, his father didn't like. Like, imagine the youngest brother coming up to you was like, yeah, you basically I'm gonna end up being over you. And I'm the oldest brother. Imagine you telling that to your father, that, man, like, you going to have to, you know, I'm gonna be in charge one day. You know, of course, nobody liked to hear that. So this is what we're reading right now.
And it's not even that Joseph, you know, had ambition to do such thing. You know, we just read about how Israel had favor for him over the other brothers. So it wasn't him, you know, being haughty or being, you know, putting himself up on a pedestal. He's getting encountered with these dreams, with this vision.
Right. It was the Lord that was giving him these visions. You know what I'm saying? These dreams. All right. Now, you want me to keep going?
Okay.
Verse 11. And his brethren envied him, but his father observed the same.
So now his father actually kind of took it into consideration after they had that little talk. Which is a little bit more than we could say for his brothers, just outright hating on the man for it.
Right.
But his father, you know, given his experience, his life experience, and some of the crazy things that he's been through, you know, kind of reflecting on it, like, well, maybe there's more to it than just that carnality that they're feeling about it.
Yeah. Verse 12. And his brethren went to feed their father's flock in Shechem. And Israel, verse 13, and Israel said unto Joseph, do not thy brethren feed the flock in Shechem? Come, and I will send thee unto them. And he said unto him, Here am I. Verse 14, and he said to him, Go, I pray thee, see whether it be well with thy brethren, and well with the flocks, and bring me word again. So he sent him out of the vale of Hebron, and he came to Shechem. Verse 15, and a certain man found him, and behold, he was wandering in the field. And the man asked him, saying, What seekest thou?
It's the end of those in English. We're switching back to the Hebrew. So now we're again. So his brother's out in the field. He's getting sent out to go check up on him.
Mm-hmm. All right, this is Genesis chapter 37, verse 16. Well, ya Amar, Achaya, Anakia, Mabakwash, Gayad, Na'a, Laya, Ayapa, what's like it? Ra'ayam, verse 17. Waya Amar, Ha'ayash, Nasaiwa, Mazah, Kaya, Shamai Thaya. Amarayam. Nalaka. Nalaka. Socket. The Thayan. The Thayana. The Thayana. Where you lock. Your wasap. A car. Kayawa. Where ya matazam. But Dathna. Verse 18. Where ya ra'awa. Athawa. Marakwa. What Taram. Yakara. Alayam. Wayath. Nicole what? Athwa. La'a Mayathwa. Verse 19. Waya Amarwa. Ayash. Al. Thakayawa. Hana. Baal. Hakal Mawath. Halazah. Ba'a. Verse 20. Wa'aitha. Lakawa. Wana. Regalwa. Wanash. Lakawa. Sorry. Ba'akad. Habawath. Sorry. Wa Amar Nawa. Kaya. Ra'aya. Akal Thawa. Wa Naratha. Maha. Ya Hayawa. Kalam Thayawa. Verse 21. Waya Shemai. Ra'a Waban. Waya Tazal Hawa. Mayadam. Waya Amar. Nakabanwa. Napash. Verse 22. Waya Amar. Alaham. Ra'awaban. The shop kawa. Dam. Ha Shalakawa. Athawa. Al. Habun Rawa. Habun Wara. Hazah. Ashar. Bamad. Madabar. Wayad. Al. The shawl kawa. Bawa. Lama'ain. Ha tazayal. Athawa. Mayadam. La'a shabawa. Al. Abba Yawa, verse 23.
It's like it's those 7 in the Hebrew. Going back to the English.
All right, this is Genesis chapter 37, verse 16. And he said, I seek my brethren. Tell me, I pray thee, where they feed their flocks. Verse 17, and the man said, they are departed hence. For I heard them say, let us go to Dothan. And Joseph went after his brethren and found them in Dothan. Verse 18, and when they saw him afar off, even before he came near unto him, they conspired against him to slay him.
So now they were envious. They saw him, in the distance, coming to look for him, and they plotting against him.
This is black on black crime, brother.
Yeah.
That's what we read, black on black crime.
And again, look at what it's over. Just because this brother ended up getting more favor from his father, and he had a vision that he shared with his brothers.
Yeah.
So I mean, if anything, this is going to tell you that this is gonna make people not want to confide in people that they should be able to confide in.
Yeah.
But now we can see also that carnality on even siblings, the same way that we see it among strangers.
Yeah, it's real heavy on siblings,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? Like, as his brothers being older than him, they should protect him and guide him.
Right.
But they're plotting to slay their own brother, you know what I'm saying? Because his father loved him more than them.
And I mean, if that's what you're after, your father's adoration or your mother's adoration, then do more.
That's it.
Step it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had said earlier, everybody's got this misunderstanding of unconditional love. Like you're automatically gonna be like you wanted to be chosen, you wanted to be the favorite, you wanted to get all the attention, you wanted the last cookie. You again, your carnality got all these desires that you yourself aren't even living up to deserve.
Right.
So you got to take it out on somebody because you're angry about it. You don't know how to rationalize those emotions and those feelings, those thoughts. So you got to take it out on somebody.
Yeah.
And because the rest of your brothers they're kind of in the same league with you, gossiping amongst each other, venting to each other, feeding that envy, feeding that carnal, emotion that you're going through, versus like what their father did, and he thought about the matter. You know what I'm saying? Instead of acting on it, it just breeds, it stirs that pot even more when you got a handful of angry people in a room and they're just using each other as an echo chamber. Yeah. That's just it's just gonna fuel that fight, and you're not gonna come to I said like maybe a rational conclusion about the matter. You're just gonna hop to what feels good in the moment to your flesh. There's just something that's gonna satisfy that anger, and again, that's just in the moment. We're gonna go over a lot of stories about how in the moment it felt like the right thing to do, not thinking about the consequences that were going to come up later or how they were going to be affected by it later on after you make the decision. And we go through a lot of that today too, being quick to either jump to conclusions, make a rash decision under a time of stress or anger or lust, covetousness, poverty, even, can lead you to jump to, make a hasty decision. And we're about to see these brothers go through that together. And, we're going to, I don't know if it's going to be in 38 necessarily, but we're going to get into how they had kind of set themselves up for failure. Because with Joseph having that gift, that foresight, we see one people benefiting off of it, and kind of and then they end up, Joseph's dream ends up coming true. They find out. To make a long story short, and try to jump ahead, Salakia.
Yeah, that's exactly true.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. Trying to explain y'all the whole story. Let's just read the story.
Right.
Read the story.
Salakia. Genesis chapter 37, verse 19. And they said one to another, behold, this dreamer cometh. Verse 20. Come now, therefore, and let us slay him and cast him into some pit. And we will say, some evil beast has devoured him. And we shall see what will become of his dreams. Verse 21, and Reuben heard it, and he delivered him out of their hands, and said, let us not kill him. Verse 22, and Reuben said unto them, shed no blood, but cast him into this pit, that this is in the wilderness, and lay no hand upon him, that he might rid him out of their hands.
So now they were plotting to kill him. Reuben is the only brother that, so without putting his kind of own neck at risk, trying to dampen that fire.
Yeah. I believe Reuben was the eldest, right? He was the oldest.
He was the firstborn.
Yeah, so of course they all will listen to the firstborn. At least he had some type of sentiment where he didn't want to unalive his little brother.
Right.
He said, man, let us, instead of just unaliving him, let us, get rid of him. So let us cast into a pit or something. Let him get lost or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask, did you read
I read 19, 20, 21, 22.
Did you read the whole 22?
Yeah, I read the whole 22.
All right, so that we can see that at the end, that he might rid him out of their hands. So he was trying to spare them that death by the brothers, to deliver him to his father again. So the plan was to get him in this pit so that he could end up kind of rescuing them later. It's like it, Rapa?
Shalaki, I don't want, what tribes are those? Because I know they ain't Israelites.
No, these are all Israel.
Yeah.
Yep. Black, like I don't want to say black on black violence.
Yeah, these are the sons of Israel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So this is Dan, this is Jacob, this is Levi, Reuben is in here, Simeon, all them cats. So Reuben's plan was to leave him in this ditch so that to give the impression that he was still kind of in favor in their plan, but trying not to take the blame of what's about to happen.
Right.
So his plan was to listen, let's just leave him in this ditch and whatever happens soon happens. But now in Reuben's mind, the part that he ain't sharing with them is that his intention is to come back for him later to deliver him to his father. So he was again just trying to stoke, or he was trying not to stoke the fire between the hate and envy that the brothers had for him, by outright trying to save Joseph. He was trying to do it kind of subtly, so that he can come back later on and rescue him. But he was just trying to come up with a plan that would still keep them happy, but still not get his brother killed in the mix of it, and not get him killed in the mix of it.
Okay. I'm going back in Hebrew.
Yeah, okay.
All right. This is Genesis chapter 37, verse 23.
3 through 29.
Okay, 23 through 29. Waya Haya. Ashar. Ba'a. Yawasa. Al. Thakaya. Thakhayawa. Waya Pasha. Pasha. Wa Tawa. Yawasa. Kathan Thawa. Kathanath. Sorry. Kathanath. Sayam. Ashar. Al Yawa. Verse 24. Where ya kawa. Wayash la kawa. Athawa. Habara. Waha. Bawar. Rock. Ayan. Bawa. Mayam. Verse 25. Wayashabwa. La Akal. Lakam. Wayashawa. Ayan. Ya'am. Waya Ra'awa. Wana. A Rakat. Yasham. Yashamai Alayam. Ba'a. Magal Ir. Wagam Laham. Washayam. Nakaf. Naka'at. Wa Tazaria. Walat. Hawal Kayam. Laha Rayad. Matazar Yama. Verse 26. Waya Amar. Yahawada. Al. Akayawa. Ma. Batazai. Kaya. Naharag. Akayanwa. Sayanwa. Damawa. Verse 27. Lakawa. Wanam Karanwa. Layash. My all young. Yashum, yeah. It's like where you done what? Al, Zahoya, Ban, no, so, Bawa, Kaya, Akayanwa, Washaranwa, Hawa, Wayash, Washamaiwa, Achayawa, verse 28. Waya I Bara. Sorry. Anashaya, Ayashayam, Anashayam, Madayanayam, Saharyam, Waya Shamakwa, Waya Alwa, Yawasap, Man, Habawar, Wayam Karwa, Yawasap, Layashamai Layam. But I Shayaryam, but I Sharyam, Kasap, Waya Ba'awa, Yawasap, Mataza Yaryam Yama, verse 29. Wayashab, Ra'a Waban, Al, Habawar, Wa'ana, Aran, Ayan, Yawasap, Babawar, Waya Korai, Raya Kawai, but God Yawa, verse 30.
It's like that's it, Phil.
Okay. All right, this is Genesis chapter 37, verse 23. And it came to pass when Joseph was coming to his brethren that they stripped Joseph out of his coat of many colors that was on him. And they took him, verse 24, and they took him and cast him into a pit, and the pit was empty. There was no water in it, verse 25. And they sat down to eat bread, and they lifted up their eyes and looked, and behold, a company of Ishmaelites came from Gilead with their camels bearing spicery and balm and myrrh, going to carry it down to Egypt. Verse 26. And Judah said unto his brethren, what profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood? Verse 27. Come, and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hand be upon him, for he is our brother in our flesh. And his brethren were content.
So now trying to make the situation better, so they're not as at fault for his demise and whatnot. Even though selling them to a foreign nation, that's you're risking the same thing. You're risking him dying. You're risking him being mistreated. But they're just trying to take the blood off of their hands for it. That's their thought process. None of that would have absolved them of it, but that's just their thought process. Saki.
Okay, verse 27. I just read that. Verse 28. Then there passed by Midianites, merchantmen, and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver. And they brought Joseph into Egypt.
So I mean, they got a round at the bar out of it. A meal, some drinks, and
back to the Hebrew.
I believe 29. Yeah,
29. I think I read it. No, okay. No. Verse 29. And Reuben returned unto the pit, and behold, Joseph was not in the pit, and he rent his clothes.
So again, Reuben's plan, kind of got foiled here. His intention was he thought they would have been good with just leaving him in the hole like that.
Yeah.
But then they saw that opportunity.
Yeah, I don't think Reuben was around when they developed the plan, because Judah said the plan, and everybody else was like, cool, that sounds good. So they sold him for 20 pieces of silver. And Reuben, you can tell right here, Reuben like kind of loved his brother right here, man. Like even though their brothers was plotting on him, he saved his brother's life because they was going to unalive him. Yep. So he, instead of unaliving him, they said, let's just throw him in this pit and just leave him in there. Yep. You know what I'm saying? The blood is out of our hands and stuff like that. And then it was like they agreed. So the plan was to throw him in the pit last time Reuben was there. So the brothers got together and said, instead of leaving him in the pit, what profit? He was like, what profit us? let's sell him to the Ishmaelites. And they sold him, man. They sold him into damn near slavery, because that's what happens when you sell to somebody. You sell them into slavery. All right.
So all you African lovers, keep that in mind too. They sold us into slavery to these devils.
Yeah.
So don't think that they're your Facebook friends.
Yeah.
Let alone your friends in real life. And you shouldn't just give them a pass because they're so far removed from the incident.
Yeah.
Their people benefited off it and never looked back.
Yeah.
I think we got an apology from one tribal president or king. I don't know what structure they got right now, but so we got an apology, and there was like some kind of pact that they were offering of we can move over there for get some free land and shit.
Right now?
Yeah. So I don't know if that's still in effect, but I think that was part of the apology, kind of their way of saying sorry.
Some Africans or something.
Yeah. So the Africans, one of the tribes was like, listen, we'll offer you X amount of acres.
Man, like what's so funny about it is, but the thing is, you're gonna be a second-class citizen over there.
For sure.
So you're gonna follow their rules. They're gonna oppress you. They probably gonna give you the worst land to cultivate. And then us, being hard workers and stuff, want to cultivate the land and bring the land to life, and they're gonna come back and snatch it away. Like, thank you.
Because I mean, look in America. Look at how these devils had reacted to affirmative action and NAACP. All these kind of so-called programs that were pushing for, giving us an equal shot in the workforce in the American society, because of the oppression and disadvantages that they had impressed on us from the beginning. So that was kind of their way of trying to clean their hands of it. Giving us, EBT, Section 8 housing, things like that, to try to aid our poverty that they caused. So now the other citizens in America, they looking down at that like who the hell do they think that they're still crying about slavery? Well, the government, bent over and gave them, all these programs. That's how the Africans would have treated us too. Look at these Akadas, coming in here, taking our land, the government just giving them the land. We had to work for all this. It would have bred more anger and jealousy again, to our people, even being given that kind of, how would I say it? Because it's just a front to give us some desert. Like I don't want to say like some uncultivatable land, and just for us to work our fingers to the bone in some dry arid ass heat, so we can end up being just like how they are. 63 cents a day, trying to we're gonna need to jump on their food programs too. We're gonna have to reach out to what's the people they got out there. Not FEMA. That's I think FEMA does that. We have to reach out to other charitable organizations for food and for water, for some of those simple means. Maybe if we did move out there, maybe 50 Cent will actually build a well in one of our villages into.
Right.
Maybe we'll finally do something for blacks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All we got to do is become African.
Yeah. Okay. Then where am I?
So we're
I gotta read 30, right? All right. This is Genesis chapter 37, verse 30. Where Yeshua, Akayawa, where Amar, Hayal, Hayalad, Ayan Nawa, what Anya, that's like Anya, it's like Ba'a, verse 31. Waya Kwa Af, Ka Na, no, Kaf Na, Yawasat, Wayash Katu, Waya Shakathwa, sorry, Ayar, Zayam, Waya Tabalwa, Hakathna, Badam, verse 32. Waya Shal, Waya Shalakwa, Bathna, Hapasayam, Waya Ba'awa, Abaraham, Waya Amarwa, Za'at, Mataza'anwa, Hakar, Na'a, Hakathna, Banak, Hawa, La'a, verse 33. Waya Kayar, Waya Amar, Kathana, Bania, Kaya, Ra'aya, Akal Sahawa, Tarap, Yawasap, verse 34. Waya Karai, Wayak Ra'ai. So like Wayak Ra'ai. Ya'ai Kwa Wayai, it's like Wayakwab. Shamal Malathya wa Wayasham Shak Shakwa Shakwa Bamath Naya, so like Bamath Nayawa Wayas Abal Al Banaya, no, sorry. Banawa. But no, it's like Banawa. Yum. Your mom. It's like Rubber Yum, verse 35. Waya kwamo. Wayakmawa. Call. Banayawa. Will call. Banathyawa. Lanakamya. It's like Lanakamwa. What so like what ya mayum. So like what ya ma'an. So like la'ab nakam. Waya amar. Kaya arad. Al. Banaya a ball. Sha'allah. Wiyabak. A thawa. Abawa. Verse 36. Wa'a badanyam. Makarwa. Athawa. Al. Matazarayam. La Pawat Yapar. So Rayas. Paraya. Shar. Hatab Hayam. Verse 38. Verse 36. Yeah, verse 38. Oh, chapter 38, verse 1. Yeah, I'm reading that last one right now too, right? 38, verse 1, and then we
through 1 through through 8. 38 and 8 is where we're gonna end.
Okay, so I gotta read number 1, and then we move on after that. Okay. All right, this is Genesis chapter 38, verse 1. Lock. Wayahaya. Ba'ai. Hawa. Yarad. Yaha. Wada. Ma'af. Achaya wa. Wayat. Aid. Ayash. Idol Maya. Whoa. Washamawa. Kayara. All right, Genesis chapter 37, verse 23.
Should be it. Read 30.
30?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, verse 30. So like, verse 30. And he returned unto his brethren and said, the child is not, and whither shall I go? Verse 31. And they took Joseph's coat and killed a kid of the goats and dipped the coat in the blood.
This is them just trying to cover up the tracks to try to stump the forensic evidence.
Verse 32. And they sent the coat of many colors, and they said, and they brought it to their father, and said, "This have we found. Now know whether it be thy son's coat or no."
Plain dumb is if they don't know that that's their brother's coat, trying to acting innocent on the matter. They don't know what happened. Is this even his coat? You can't tell.
Verse 33. And he knew it and said, "It is my son's coat. An evil beast has devoured him. Joseph is without doubt rent in pieces." Sloppy. Verse 34. And Jacob rent his clothes and put sackcloth upon his loins and mourned for his son many days. Verse 35. And all his sons and all his daughters rose up to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. And he said, "For I will go down into the grave until my son mourning."
So now, ain't that just like them to commit the crime and then try to offer their condolences, trying to comfort their father?
Yep.
Trying to, in some cases, in an attempt to try to get in his good grace, hoping that sorrow will bring them closer.
Yeah.
Like they're kind of, they're grieving together. Captain Zarek was speaking about this not that long ago. Trauma bonding.
Yeah.
Trauma bonding. They're trying to use that situation to fill in that space, to fill in that gap.
Yeah. Verse 35. Thus his father wept for him. Verse 36. And the Midianites sold him into Egypt unto Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh's and captain of the guard. Verse 38.
And now this too, I think it's gonna end up getting into it in Deuteronomy. What just happened here would have been punishable by death if those brothers would have been found selling their brother into captivity like that. It's as much as people hate on the Bible for the actions of slavery, which is lawful in the Bible. It's not, I won't be too wordy about this. It's not what y'all think it is. Kidnapping an individual and selling them to somebody like that. We're talking human trafficking in this case. That is against the law. That would be against God. The transatlantic slave trade, the way that was handled, that would have been unlawful. Because again, in Deuteronomy, I might as well look it up and quote that. If you kidnap men and you're found and you try to sell them up to somebody else, that is punishable by death. Yeah. So that's what these brothers had essentially done to Joseph. Sold him off to the Midianites, which sold him off into the Egyptians. And I still wouldn't absolve the Midianites in this case either, the Ishmaelites that they got sold to, because they still willingly participated in that act. They was probably given, a different spin of the story.
They probably didn't know,
right.
What I'm saying? They just thought that he was a captive,
right.
a captive of them, and then he just sold
right.
their slave.
So and they probably wouldn't have even cared. Despite what the situation could have been. But chances are that they were probably spun a different story. I still wouldn't absolve them of their involvement in here, but the onus would have been on the brothers who had plotted against them to sell him into captivity like that.
Right.
What we had done in our terms of slavery, in the lawful biblical context of slavery, which I know is something that a lot of people don't want to hear. How can slavery be lawful in the Bible? Well, pay attention. So, business transactions that occurred between individuals looking for work and people who had livestock, who had land, who had more resources at hand that required the assistants, the extra assistants. So now we do it today. We're doing it today. You got people that work at a company 30, 40, 50 years. It just so happens that on average nowadays, most of us are working at a place a few years here, a few years there, maybe 5, maybe 10. If you find yourself a good slaver, you find yourself a good job with the benefits and the pay and the atmosphere, you stay there for a long time until you want to terminate that contract, and then you make a contract with somebody else. So that's the same thing that we normally would have done in that, what's the term I look for here, with that kind of economy. We bought and sold in servants. When it came to times of war, if we, whoever is the conquering or the ruling party at the end of it, all the citizens would be subject to the victor. So they are now going, because they were working for their leaders anyway too, right? All the civilians. The soldiers died. The soldiers get put down, or they get absorbed into the army. The civilians who would have been working for their either natural leaders or the leaders that they had signed a contract, to work for also, or that they were, maybe conquered by, previously. Those civilians, those workers, they would now be subject to the new rulers. So they get put the task there too. If you didn't want to, you also got put down. That's what happens in war. That's what happens in wars. But we did not engage in what you would see today as human trafficking, what you would have seen in the transatlantic slave trade. And we wouldn't have been tyrants about the situation like that. On like the civilian level, for sure, at least, because that's just a business transaction. Most people's stigmatism against these kind of terms is because of what's happened here in America. What's happened with primarily the transatlantic slave trade, because that's the most recent kind of big event that happened. And then what you see going on overseas with heathens. The laws that govern Israel in the Bible would prevent treatment like that of people. But because we're not a world that is governed by those laws, that's why you have it looking as violent, as manipulative, as deviant as you see it now. So that's why most people's stigmatism is against how it reads in the Bible. You automatically have a negative thought or reaction to it. So you jump on that bandwagon without understanding the culture. You read the words, but you don't understand the culture of what's actually happening amongst the people in these times. So how these brothers had acted against Joseph would have been unlawful. That's why they had to cover it up and make it look like he got eaten by an animal, because they knew what they was doing were wrong. Slack, yeah. 37:1 now. 38:1.
Yeah, 30. This is chapter 38, verse 1. And it came to pass at that time that Judah went down from his brethren and turned into a certain Adulamite, whose name was Hira.
Back to the Hebrew.
This is Genesis chapter 38, verse 2 in the Hebrew. Ra'ah Sham Yahweh Da Ba Ayash Kanaya was Shamwa Shawai Wayak Koka Wayaba Aliyah. Verse 3. With the heart, with the lad, ban, waya korah, af, shamawa, ear. So like verse 4. What with the har, Iwad, with the lot, ban, with the korah, ad, shamawa, I won, verse 5, with the sa, Iwad, with the lot, ban, with the korah, ad, shamawa, shalah, wahaya, bakazayah, balad lata, athawa. Verse 6. Waya kokwa, Yahawada, Asha, La'ar, Bako Rawa, was Shema, Thamar. Verse 7. Wayahaya, Ar, Bakawar, Yahawada, Ba'i, Yanaya, Yahweh, Waya Mathawa, Yahweh. Verse 8. Waya Amar, Yahawada, La'a Wanan, Ba'a, La'a, Asha, Akayak, Wayabam, Atha, Wahaquam, Zarai, La'a, Kayak. Verse 9.
And that would be it.
All right, Genesis chapter 38, verse 2. And Judah saw there a daughter of a certain Canaanite, whose name was Shawua. And he took her and went in unto her. Verse 3. And she conceived and bare a son, and he called his name Er. Verse 4. And she conceived again and bare a son, and she called his name Onan. Verse 5. And she yet conceived again. No, and she yet again conceived and bare a son, and called his name Shelah. And he was at Chesed when she bare him. Verse 6. And Judah took a wife of Er, his firstborn, whose name was Tamar. Verse 7. And Er, Judah's firstborn was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him. Verse 8. And Judah said unto Onan, Go in unto thy brother's wife, and marry her, and raise up seed to thy brother.
So now switching gears, whole different story going on here. Judas starting to, I don't want to say getting into his whole lineage, but telling this story. This is going to be getting into the Levirate law of marriage. How if a man and his woman, if they don't produce any kids, and that man dies, how the next closest kin to him will be responsible for raising up seed in his name with that woman.
Yeah.
So that's the culture of Israel, and a lot of people are gonna be against that because, well, shouldn't the woman have her choice? Blah blah blah. Okay. The women were, I would say, they followed suit and accustomed to. So this also, secures a husband for her to fulfill the intended purpose of, having a family. And actually that read, that's the last of the verses in the Hebrew and in the English. No questions, comments, or concerns in the chat. All right, with that, I imagine which means stand. Panyak with them and turn to face the east. That's a lot. Hey, let me see this above. Think you can do better than Ezekiel? Think you can do better than Ezekiel with this? I was making fun of him. It's different without the mouthpiece. Upon Yakudon, turn to face the east. Closing out with the prayers. This is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. You can find it in Matthew chapter 6, verses 9 to 13. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazak, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathanawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalakanawa, Kabawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawatinawa, Wala'a, Tabianawa, Banasawan, Abal, Awashanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahata Para, La'awlamya, Aman. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Prayer for the Hakak, the power in Hebrew. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, Babu Kashai, the Thundanawa, Hakak, Hakak, Lara Pa'ah, Kal Machala, Wakal Ma'arawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Hamat Tazarayim, Hakak, La Hakwiyum, Hamathium, Hakak, Arakawa, Atama'ala, the Garson, Bashim Yahweh Shai, the Wada Aman. In English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Pray to bless Israel in the Hebrew, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, Barak Lanawa, Wayat Sha'ala, Wahabayat Sapari, Barak, Hashem Yahweh Shai, Dwad Aman. In English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us and Israel and the school, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Asha'ah, Ayanya, Ahaharium, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Azaria, Azaria, Ma'ayim, Yahweh, Aisha, Samayam, Wa'aratazah, Ayatan, Lamawa, Ragalka, Ayanawam, Samaka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayasan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Samaka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamaka, Makar Rai, Yashamar, Athnapaska, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazafka, Wabuaka, Maitha, Wa'ad, I will lump. In English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He will keep slack it. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Allahayim, Al-Dam Ya'alaka, Al-Tacharash, Wa-Al-Tashakwa, Al-Kayahana, Awabika, Yahama Yawan, Wa-Mashanayika, Sha'awa Ra'ash, Al-Aimaka, Yahawah Yam, Sawad, Wa-Ya Tayai Tazwa, Al-Tazapawanyika, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wa-Nakakidam, Magawya, Wala'a Yazakar, Shamya Sha'ala, Awa, Kaya, Nawa Tazwa, La Yachadwa, Alika, Barya, Yakarathwa, Ahalia, Adawam, Wa Yashmai Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagarium, Gabal, Wa'amawam, Wa'amalak, Palashat, Am Yushabia, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarwai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Ashalaham, Kamadian, Kasiyah Sara'at, Kayabian, Banakal, Wayashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayanda Ara, Hayawa, Daman, La Dama, Shaitamwa, Nadaya Muwa, Kairab, Wakazahaba, Wakazabak, Wakazalmanai, Kal Nasai Kamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Naya Rashat, Lanawa, Nawa, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shaitamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapanya Rauka, Ka'ash, Taba'ira Yaira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Haryam, Kan Tharadama, Basa Irika, Wabasa Wapatka, Tabalaham, Mala'a Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabahalwa, Adiaid, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kayata, Shamka, Yahawa, Labaka, Al-Yawan, Al, Kal, Haratazah. In English, keep not thy silence, O God, and hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yahshua may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also was joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeid. Yea, all the princes as Sabah, and as Zalmun, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. O my power, make them like the wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill the faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh. Let them be confounded in trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. Pray for the power structure in Hebrew, Barakatah Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, Wa Me'aka'ala, Wa Alahayim, Matazab Ya'ah, Alawap Yahana, Ha'alawapyam, Hasaranyam, it's okay, Hasaranyam, Hakwatazayanyam, Hachayayalyam, Wahakwatim, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Tawada Aman. In English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, Commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you so big. The curses, blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refused to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations, and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, the Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Passacomatazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street. Open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channels and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahushai, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake it thy coming. In the name of Yahushai, thank you always so big. So out to the front. Looks like we got some. All right, so. Y'all box him, y'all shot Brock. Yeah.
Yeah, Bashem Al Shopper, yeah.
Salute to the brothers. All right, salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shabbat, Katham, Yahweh Matah. Salute to the sisters, men of Israel. It's like Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shabbat, Bashem, Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Matah. That concludes Sabbath service. Shalom. December 14th, April 12th. Let's go.